about the route. So all the routes are in the routes folder, and we have already discussed about all this route. We use api.php to make the API, but mostly we use the web.php route. And in the web.php you have already one route, which is here just slash, and is the return view and welcome. Basically it's returning the view, and name of the view is a welcome.play.php, and it's in the resources view welcome. Okay, so we can have different routes. For example, route get, if you want to go particular URL, same like this. You can have a route post if you are submitting the form, or you can have a route put or route pass to update the resources. Similarly, route delete to delete the resources. So we'll talk about this later part of video. Just we'll look about the basic route here. So here you can see we are rendering the form and everything is within the closure. So let's make another route. So here I'll write a route, and I'll make this get route, and then slash. So whenever it's slash, only slash is the main URL, that is this one, localhost 8000 is the slash. Okay, so let's give here home, and then let's make the closure like this. We can make the closure, or we can create the controller, and within the controller we can have method, and that method is responsible to render the view. We'll talk about this later, but for now let's look about the closure. So we can have this closure, and then we can return here anything. Let's return home, home, and likewise, so let's make another one, closure, and let's write about, and this is about page. So now let's go here, and if we type here home, sorry, so it's RUTE route, and we don't have the semicolon here. Now it should be fine. So home. Similarly, if you go to about, it should show the about message, about page. Now let's achieve the same thing with the controller, making the controller. So let's go here, and we know how to make the controller. So PHP artisan make controller controller, and I'll write here test controller, test controller. So test controller already exists in my case. So let's go here and let's make some method in the test controller. So I'll show you my test controller first. So here I have the test controller. Here it is. And before making any method in the test controller, although we have all the method here, so let's go here and let's remove this for now. And here I'll write route get, and then I'll write about, and then the name of method, main name of controller, which is the test controller, and which method I want to use. So I have different methods here. So for now let's remove all the method, this remaining method, because I'm not going to use, or you can keep as it is. So I have just one method here, index method. So now let's write here name of method, that is index method. So what index method does, so let's return just home. Okay, this time we have a controller and we have the method, and this method is returning something, either some data or is rendering the view. So now if I go to the slash about, it should hit index method and it should generate this home page or this home message. But actually I think it displays the error, and we have to fix that. So it's saying for not found. The reason is that we are just using home, but actually it should be the about, as we have about. So let's go to about, about to about, and now this time we should have this error. So in order to solve this target class not found or target controller not found, we have to go to the provider first here. Let's go to the provider. You can find this provider in the app directory, and you have a provider folders and the route service provider, and just remove this comment. So protected namespace f/htp/controller, which is the namespace. So now it returns the home. Great. Now instead of returning some message from the method, let's return the view, and we'll do the same thing. So return view, and let's write home. I'll make this as home. And let's go here in the resources, and in the views we'll make all the views. So within the views I'll make home.blade.php. Here I write home.blade.php, and here I'll write welcome to Laravel. Now if I go to the same about URL, it should show our page, which is welcome to Laravel. Okay, so in this way we can create the route, and we can have a controller, and we can have an index, and we can have a parameter also. So if we are passing something, then we'll pass here. For example, if you're going to pass ID, then we have a two curly braces, and then I'll write ID, and in the method I have to pass that ID here. I'll receive that ID here. Okay, and now if I do this, I don't get anything because I should have here some ID. So if I write 1, then only I get ID. And if you want to echo that ID, you can that easily. For that you have to pass that to the view. We'll learn that later. And one more thing I like to show you here is we can have the name route as well. So for example, let's say let's go here in the welcome.blade.php. First we have this welcome.blade.php, and so let's go to the welcome.blade. So let's go here. This is the welcome.blade.php, and here I'll give the some anchor tag. So here I'll give here anchor tag, not here but anywhere here in the body. So within the body here, let's give the anchor tag. So I'll write here anchor tag just to show you something here, and copy here, and I'll write a click here, and I should see this one, click here, and you can see I have a click here. It can be anywhere, don't worry about this. So let's give the /about, /about, so it should take me to the about page. So if I refresh this and if I click, it's taking me to the about page, because we have now here ID as well. So I'll remove this ID. So it's just /about, and in the home controller I'll remove this ID as well. Now I should say this page, welcome to Laravel. So now what I like to show you here is what happens if I change about to about dash us. So probably it shows me that the page is not found. Yes, because my URL has been changed now. So that's the reason we use the name route here. Even though if we have changed in the URL, or if we have the route name, we can still see that page. So here I'll write about, and then here let's save this one, and let's go to welcome.blade.php, and instead of giving here /about, here I can easily write route, R-O-U-T, route, and give the route name, and my route name is about, and the route name is this name. Now whatever is your URL, if you are using the route name, you will not get an error. Now it is to render this page, should render this page. So let's go back, and now let's click this, and you can see welcome to Laravel.